killed him, or
I think things are gonna get ugly. So I don't know. I don't know what I want to say in preparation for this. I guess I don't want you to fight dirty. I don't want you to harass people. I don't even want you to attack people. I don't even want you to be mean to people.
that would be abuse.
I mean, I don't want to direct your engagement with this whole thing too much, but I suspect that the article about Destiny is going to trigger a lot of cognitive dissonance in his audience.
True.
And they are going to take that out on me and you. And as much as I jokingly use the language of war, it's like a defensive thing, you know. I want us to be prepared for a ton of conflict, but really, if you want to support me, think about Gandhi. Peaceful protest, civil disobedience. That's what would be supportive to me and supportive to the people I am talking about in the article.
Wow. Wow.
Release it right now. It's not done. You keep saying that like it's done and I could just push a button and...
Realistically, if he has something that's potentially damning, what do you think it would be? Do you think Lav and Anna are the worst he's got? The cornerstone will be, here's what I think. This is like the 3 pillars that he can build it on. One is going to be the Lav and Anna story, that I was abusive to both. For Lav, it's going to be that I somehow used my past sexual experience with her to be cruel to her on stream or some shit. With Anna, it's going to be that I was simultaneously deriding her publicly while having a titillating sexual relationship with her privately. Those 2 are one corner. The second corner is going to be a revisitation of every bad thing I've done, especially in regards to suicide. So it's going to be, apparently some guy emailed me, Low Tax emailed me asking to come on, and I said no, or I didn't respond, and then he killed himself, and I laughed about that. I've laughed at my friend laying on some train tracks and killing himself, and I've laughed about Rekful killing himself. Because I laugh about these things. Obviously, I don't care about any of them. I like it when people kill themselves. I think that the suicidality part is going to be a big part of his article. And then the third, like, mystery part, I think, that I just don't know about is there's probably some girls that I've fuckboyed that have come forward who are like, oh, Destiny said he was going to hang out with me and then he never did, or something like that. That'd be like my guess. That'd be like a bonus meme. That'd be my guess. But other than that, I mean, like I said, he already dropped all the sexual assault and coercion like allegations, so he obviously didn't find anything there. But
yeah, that's called being selfish. It's usually what you do when you don't love somebody.
look at this. What am I looking at this for?
I'm sorry, maybe I live under a rock. I don't know who the hell this Destiny
Oh, dick right. We only take people that hate me here, okay? Yeah, he'll bring up DDoS Kid about directing my audience to murder people. You can usually tell what he's working in the article because him and Lav will be talking about it quite a bit.
But I can't. There's a lot of work.
She's cute
to do
though? Yeah,
still.
she is.
I
don't need any more people on my
games. That's
article.
not true. I think they can hurt you quite a bit, but whatever. I subscribe to your mid-tier Patreon if I like the article. Nice. And if you don't like it, just subscribe to the lowest tier. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. It's quite long now. I think it's over 50,000 words.
What?
And 150 pages.
What?
I expect that some of that will be cut out.
Motherfucker's writing Lord of the Rings.
I don't know.
Part 2.
Can't you start releasing it in parts? I don't want to do that. The problem is that, okay, the reason that Destiny has been able to
Oh, let's guess. The reason why Destiny's been able to skirt responsibility so far is because nobody's actually given a full accounting of the horrible things he's done. So he's always been able to hide behind, you haven't seen the full context, you haven't watched the full video. But I'm gonna have everything here, and unfortunately, for a lot of Destiny stuff, a lot of context is required. You need to see lots of videos, you gotta comb through lots of footage, you need the full context for everything, so it has to be like, that's my guess. Let's see what he says.
Persist with his decent reputation among his own fans for as long as he has, is he makes so much content, and so many of these stories are so spread out that there are people who know all of them, but most people don't. Most people don't know the details of them. I want this to be the first time it's all been laid out at once for everyone to see. And because Destiny's fans and Destiny himself has proven that they're able to kind of metabolize and reframe and distort these events one at a time, I don't think that drip feeding them is a good idea, because it kind of subverts what I'm trying to do, which
We gotta
is
get
to
it all
say,
out
like,
there.
This is how he uses his platform all at once. Destiny's community is retarded.
True.
Not all of them. They're actually kind of smart. Like, they say a lot of things and use a lot of argumentation styles that I think are pretty stupid. But as individuals, they are smart. Remember Men in Black?
Yeah, we all know the quote.
When Tommy Lee Jones is like,
A person is smart,
people are stupid.
Yeah.
That's how they are.
Thanks.
Each individual one.
I'm
is
in this
not
guy's head,
too
okay?
smart. Can someone link a screenshot of DDGers doxing Max? I don't think that's a good idea. Remember to kill your darlings. Writing and editing. Yes, I know. It's weird though. I will in my parts of it that are just like essay or interpretation that are just me writing. I will there, but a lot of it's just like an evidence dump. So I don't know. If Destiny wanted to make a difference in the lives of those who listen to the conservative people he hangs out with, he wouldn't have dyed his hair blue. It's just not how you reach those people at all.
Wow. Thanks for the advice. Please tell me how to do my job. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if Destiny's brought more people to the right or to the left.
True.
Hard to say. Will you do an audiobook version? I can't be bothered with 140 pages. No, but there will be a summary at the beginning that will be like 2 pages. You could just read that. Like if you take my word for everything, you can just, it'll be a couple pages. If you want to have these things like proven to you, then yeah, you're gonna have to read the whole thing, or to make your own interpretation. Have you thought about what the lady in the last chat said and sent it to some orgs who are working on bullying and stuff like that? That seems to be a good idea, or maybe draft a version for professionals. This is the version.
One of the big things that would show Max's narcissism that I'm pretty reasonably sure about, I could be wrong, because he might not be quite this delusional, is I wonder if he didn't have a single person besides Lav or Shaylin actually proofread this. That would go to show pretty far, like, are you really so confident in your accounting of everything, despite the fact that you apparently are a victim, that you didn't even get a person to proofread? You didn't get a person to do like a glance over to make sure that everything's okay? I wonder if he had anybody check this over, besides Lav and Shaylin, who are like fully like in his camp, right?
For professionals, it'll just have a summary at the game. Like I said, I'll make it as accessible as possible. It'll be like a pool. There will be like a warm little shallow end that you can kind of dip your feet in, and then there will be like that horrific dive pool in Dubai where you can dive down like 100 meters or whatever, That'll be at the other end. One of your anti-fans on Reddit wants to know if you're still writing 2 articles or just the one. I don't know. I want to see where I'm at in a couple days. It might just be one, but I want to. I just want. I haven't written my part yet. And I don't want to spend too long on that, so I'll kind of see what comes out, and decide if it like fits with the rest.
He's waiting to see the reception of his first article, basically.
Destiny changing his hair color was a big reason I stopped watching. What? But he promised he would for some other reason like a year ago, didn't he? He avoids a lot of stuff by letting his orbiters do the dirty work, particularly his more rabid orbiters who can draw the heat away from him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like this
The white blood cells.
the section about Lav
Poor Lav.
and Anna, a lot of it
And
is
Anna.
about tracking the movement of messaging and community response through the orbiters, with Destiny giving a signal, the orbiters picking it up, kind of carrying out his orders, and how
Absolutely.
the like
He's got like the whole like ISIS command structure like figured out, yeah, based.
the whole organism works in concert to accomplish something, which just takes so much evidence to lay out.
For sure.
Would you have to see like this stream and this stream and this stream and this stream?
See,
and,
it's a lot of
like,
video
all the
evidence, guys.
gates organized.
I kind of feel bad for Anna in this, to be honest. You think she might start looping about being... She might, unfortunately, but he doesn't give a fuck about her, remember?
Yeah, so but I totally agree. Like, if Destiny's very careful to give himself plausible deniability every step of the way, in conversations, overall with the whole community, with how he talks about these things. Sometimes he just can't do it, but for the most
It's really funny that if you compare it, and I'm not trying to throw counterpoints on the bus, but my big issue with counterpoints and other people I talk to about the Twitter files is this type of language. Plausible deniability. What Max is able to do sometimes is really interesting is anytime I do something that he would perceive as like, oh, it's good that Destiny did this thing, he says, oh, no. Destiny just did that for plausible deniability. Like when I was very clear with my boundaries with Lav, that wasn't because I was actually like trying to be cautious or careful with boundaries. It was just because I wanted plausible deniability. When I do crack down on my subreddit for being mean to people, that's just because I want plausible deniability that they're crazy, right? There's always like an ulterior reason for why I do something. I can never, ever, ever be given like credit for a good action. It's always because there's a driving motive behind the scene.
part, he is very careful. So in order to show intent, it takes a ton of data. Mr. Gull, I guess you know about the current panel about you going on. Any comment on it? Why did you schedule a panel about me during my call-in show? Was that on purpose? You trying to bait me? Huh? Trying to bait me? I don't really have any comment. I don't know what they're saying. Stardust and Zonia seem a bit unhinged right now. You want to check in on it?
Stardust and Zonia are in an interesting spot because Lav now has gone full transphobic. It used to be that she just was kind of like radfem transphobic, so like she kind of doesn't like trans women because she thinks they're men, but she doesn't say much about it. But now she's just full on like calling Zonia a man and shit on Twitter. It's pretty insane. She's like, f it, homie, I don't give a fuck. I'm going full fucking transphobe, yes. Which I respect.
You want to check in on it? They're probably going to just talk about Lav the whole time. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Wow, what the fuck was that? I apologize for that sound.
People are open
What if that was the brain control
Okay.
sound, and now we're all under a spell? Oh no.
to pushing back quite aggressively.
That's what he played for
as well
Lav.
when false claims are made. And now she's having to deal with the brunt of it in a space that is very concentrated and it's
Whatever. They're talking about Lav and responsibility and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck, who cares?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that noise. I don't know why that happened. It will never happen again.
Now, was that noise technically abuse, do you think?
You liked that sound. Yeah, it just sounds like they're... Yeah, I don't want to listen to them either. It just sounds like they're going to be talking about Lav not taking responsibility and needing to be held responsible for the things she says.
How horrible, dude.
I think you'll come away from the article thinking that Destiny is a
Sociopathic?
liar.
Oh, or that, okay. Based.
He lies a ton.
True.
And I really don't think any of these people are going to be doing panels about how he needs to be held accountable for his lies, even though they are incredibly destructive to the people he tells them about.
True.
Thanks, Emma of the Wired. Can you believe that someone would just go online and say things? That's what they're doing, yeah. You didn't teach your daughter responsibility? That's not a very good dad. I'm new to the job, Red.
God, the
When is the
father-daughter
article coming
shit
out?
is so fucking
I'm
creepy and
hoping-
cringe.
So I'm taking the week off of streaming. The next stream will be...
Wait, doesn't he take every week off from streaming? How often does this guy stream? Like twice a week for 3 hours each?
the Mr. Girl Hotline. I'm hoping it will be done this week. That's the goal. And I think it is very, very likely.
Ooh. Very, very likely.
Way too many are obsessed with Lav. It's actually worrying. Yeah, well, I talked about this before, but I think it's really about Destiny. I
Yeah.
think that he provides foils for anything that people want to criticize him on. There is somebody who is more that thing in the eyes of the community. So I think making unsubstantiated claims or lying or being flighty or flip-floppy or being irresponsible, I think these are the ways that he has painted Lav. It seems to be the community's general opinion of her now. And he does all those things.
For sure.
And she doesn't do them as much as he says she does. And he does them more than
He admits
think
to.
she does. It's,
Yeah.
So I think he just sets it up in this zero-sum game between himself and always somebody else. So in any conflict or context where you would be criticizing him, he's always got somebody else who he can redirect to.
Base.
And now the foil for any slipperiness or dishonesty is Lav. Zonia's obsession with Lav is puzzling to me. Yeah, I know Lav has said some transphobic stuff to Zonia, but I
Oh.
don't
At least he admits it.
I don't know if that accounts for it. But yeah, Zonia's like fixated. Zonia was on Hinge when she talked to Shaylin. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't see it, Shaylin called into... Shaylin's my girlfriend. And other people watching who have no idea what's going on. Destiny is this big streamer, and I'm writing an article about how he's abusive. And one of the people who is coming forward to say that he was emotionally abusive to her is Lav. And there was a stream where
He called her a dumb
nobody's read the
bitch.
article yet because it hasn't come out yet.
A dumb
There's a
bitch.
stream where
A dumb
4
bitch.
Destiny allies were trying to convince Lav to write a statement exonerating Destiny. So Lav and
Wait, what?
Destiny hadn't spoken about really spoken.
Is that what
in
was
about
happening
4
that
months.
stream?
And they hadn't spoken in public at all.
Somebody can find a quote for me, but I'm pretty sure in that stream, when I was asked at the end, what do you want? I just said, I wish you would f***ing stop talking about me and talking shit about me and leaking f***ing personal details about me. And she can't keep my name out of her mouth. That's all I asked for, but okay.
Since November, I think. And Lav was talking about her experience and how she thought Destiny was emotionally abusive to her, and how mixing
Yeah, it sounds like he quote sniped like one person or something, but okay, dude.
being dogpiled and humiliated by
Fuck.
his community with her struggles with mental illness and the fact that they had a sexual relationship were all just like really devastating to her. And Destiny himself called into the stream
Wait, what did he say? Hold on.
her experience and how she thought Destiny was emotionally abusive to her, and how mixing being dogpiled and humiliated by his community with her struggles with mental illness and the fact that they had a sexual relationship were all just like really devastating to her.
No. Okay, never mind. Whatever.
And Destiny himself called into the stream to debate her, basically, and was like, debated her away from some claims she had made. I think that like she had said that he didn't protect her, and he was like, no, I asked you if you were okay, didn't I? And she, I think she backed away from that claim.
Good job.
And then he basically said, what did I do that was abusive to you in our relationship? And she couldn't name anything.
But
and
I
so then
know.
he was like, okay, so I wasn't abusive to you. And she was like, well, I still support
I
the
can
article.
name
I don't know.
everything.
So then he was like, okay, I win, and left. First of all, the idea that you're going to handle an abuse allegation against the biggest figure in your community by having that person debate evidence had been made public, and then 4 of your lackeys are going to sit there supporting it is like fucking insane. It's like not.
Does he think there are claims that like, I like how is the implication there that there are things that haven't been made public? Lav can't keep her mouth shut about anything. If there was evidence of anything else, do you really think that she would have said something by now? Like, what does he think they're gonna fucking have? I feel like there's gonna be, I wonder if it's gonna be wacky. Like, there's gonna be some shit where it's like, when Destiny and Lav initially met, Lav said that she wasn't hungry, but Destiny insisted that she meet him at a place where he could eat in front of her, making her uncomfortable and throwing her off balance on a night where he knew. Like, I wonder if it's gonna be some weird fucking shit like that. He didn't even give her gas money, true.
Not how any organization, a reputable organization, handles.
Why would he appeal to how any reputable organization handles anything when every step of the way his handling of this like weird investigation shit has been so beyond the pale? Like, nobody would support how he's gone about like investigating any of these things, right? So why would he appeal to any, like, what would a reputable organization do? He's clearly left those standards in the fucking dirt.
An abuse allegation at all. And then he left, and then the Orbiters tried to get her to sign a statement exonerating him. They were like, will you absolve him of any claims of abuse? You don't have to distance yourself from the article, but for your own part of the article, like, they're just trying to like basically flip her.
Oh, maybe this happened when I wasn't there.
I guess against me or against herself. And it absolutely functions like a cult. Yeah, it's like fucking terrifying watching.
I'm the
it's
culty
so
one
weird.
here, for sure.
Okay, here's what's weird. If you're gonna have a cult, the people in your cult should know that they're in a cult, so they know to act normal in public. It totally makes sense for them to try to coordinate to get Lav to absolve Destiny. If they're in a cult, they're in the cult of Destiny, and they want to zero in on his abuse
Victims?
or
Sorry.
alleged abuse victims, to try to make them like take back their claims before the article comes out and like sink my article. I get the logic of that. What I don't get is having them do it in such a way that makes all of them look completely fucking insane. It does not help. You're not helping him. It doesn't help him.
I think he genuinely does think, in Max's mind, he really does think that when his article comes out, it's gonna go big. A lot of people are gonna distance themselves from me, except for my most diehard fans, and that in his grandest of ideas, and maybe I'll get banned from YouTube. Like, he really does think that this is gonna be like a really, really, really big deal.
I even have to interpret what happened. I don't have to explain this to the audience. I can just cut pieces of a transcript of you telling Lav that she should write a thing exonerating him, even though she just said that he's abusive because he came in and yelled at her and debate broed her out of her abuse claims. All I have to do is just show that you did that, and you look out of your fucking minds. It's so strange to me that you.
I will say that I think the funniest things about all of this that are just so transparently fucking lit. I wonder if he's keeping this in mind as he's writing. I kind of don't want to reveal this, what somebody could do, because maybe it would help him. But like, I don't think anything over here. If you take the way that he presents Lav's abuse claims towards me, and then my response to those abuse claims about how like, well, it doesn't matter how Destiny felt, what matters how Lav felt, blah 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 blah. How the fuck can he get upset when Sherry and Stardust claimed that he was like fucking trying to show his dick to them in a fucking video? Like, I don't know how he can do one but not the other. I super don't understand how he could ever pull that off.
Like, all of your efforts to help him are probably going to hurt him. And then after that, Destiny came back in. Oh no, sorry. After that, Shaylin, my girlfriend, called in and started screaming at everybody and was like, why would you be doing this?
We can't build there.
Shaylin the hero.
Why are you dogpiling her? Why are you gaslighting her? Why are you telling her she didn't experience what she experienced and allowing her alleged abuser to come in and yell at her when earlier in the day he called her mid-Jewish pussy? He was like,
oh, and then there's always, it's like when I say something like that, when I go personal on her, when I make like a random throwaway comment, it's so horrible and abusive. But when she's literally like sexually harassing me, when she's leaking personal details of our hookups to a Nazi guy that fucking hates me and lying about it at the same time, when she's engaged in sexual misconduct, it's perfectly a-okay. But me making a random comment how she's mid-Jewish pussy, that's like the worst thing in the world. It's always the double standard.
Like, why would I risk my career for some mid-Jewish pussy? He also told her that she's turning out exactly like her abusive mother.
True. That's just a statement of fact.
Like, he's being openly abusive. Why would you?
It's abusive to say mid-Jewish pussy. Is that an abusive comment? That's abuse?
The same day that he said that to her, why would you try to get her to write a statement saying he'd never been abusive? Shaylin was correct to intervene because they were trying to put words into Lav's mouth, but I think it was optically not the best.
I don't care what's good optically. I care about what's right.
I think that's nonsense. Optically, I think it's fine.
Oh, wow.
I don't agree
more
with that.
delusional.
I think coming in and saying, what the fuck are you doing, is like a totally needed splash of cold water in everybody's face to like try to wake you the fuck up. And then see, like, what do you do when faced with that question from like, obviously Shaylin's like involved and not an outsider, but I think she does have what would be a more normal outsider's perspective of like what.
How is she an outsider? She's your literal live-in sex slave slash bangmaid slash sole employee who relies on you for emotional support, however else you've mind-fucked her, and you're her sole employer and provider of housing. Of all the people involved in this, Shaylin is probably the most compromised person of everybody. Like,
what the fuck are you people doing? And they start calling her a dumb cunt and a psychotic bitch. So yeah, Stardust and Zonia went like insane. I don't agree, sorry. Well, you don't have to, that's fine if you don't agree.
You haven't even read the article yet.
More lumber is required.
This is actually the clinical definition of gaslighting from a non-clinician. Yeah, telling somebody that they didn't feel what they felt and being like, can you prove
that your abuse allegations are
anything I did
true?
was abusive? Why do you never include what Lav did? Do you think Destiny called her mid-Jew pussy unprovoked?
How does he respond to this? How could he possibly respond to this?
Okay, when you are...
Please don't do the thing about the size, because I've got a 9-inch in white big cock. That means that you're allowed to say whatever you want about me and leak personal details about me and be sexually abusive towards me. You can do all this because I'm a larger streamer. Please don't tell me he's gonna go that route. Bro, at this stage, like, could you like rape a celebrity? Is that okay since it's a way bigger person than you? Or like, could I like leak nudes from fucking, from some like A-lister? Pedro Pascal, could I leak his nudes because he's bigger than, like, it's such a no, I'm sorry. I'm like fighting against the streamer right now. Surely he's not gonna say anything that fucking stupid.
The top of a power structure.
Just kidding, he is.
And
My
you have
bad.
power over other people.
I don't, what power? She's not even a professional streamer. She's an OnlyFans girl with a TikTok. I have no power over her. What is the power? Where's the power?
You cannot use a tit for tat rationale.
It's not tit for tat. It's a throwaway meme comment. A tit for tat would be if I were to start leaking personal sex details about her.
For the things you say and do. So if you don't believe that Destiny is the powerful figurehead at the top of this system, then that's the answer. That's why we are seeing things differently. If you do believe that, and if you believe that Destiny has the power
Your
to
building is complete.
blacklist Lav, which he did.
From
to
where?
cut Lav off.
What did I think I said? I think I said for one day I was like, I don't want to deal with anybody that does like panels with these people because of your creepy fucking harassment allegations and weird investigation. We are harassing me in real life, which by the way is totally fair. I dropped that after like 2 days when I was like, you know what? Never mind. Like, she obviously is not blacklisted when she's talking to like 15 of my fucking friends on a call constantly. What is she blacklisted from?
Off of communication with him and ban him from her, ban her from his Discord and stream and subreddit, which at times he has.
Your building
To-
is
Wait, what?
Destiny has the power to blacklist Lav, which he did, to cut Lav off of communication with him and ban him from her, ban her from his Discord and stream and subreddit, which at times he has.
When did I ever ban Lav from my subreddit? Is he talking about the shooters?
your move.
To ban all mention of her,
Give it a shot.
which he has.
Sane
The banning all mention is usually to reduce harassment for either party. What are you talking about? I like how there's no, look, it's like a no-win. I can't do anything. Like, if I would have allowed people to continue talking about her, then it would have been, oh, he lets his subreddit rag on her all the time. He's letting his subreddit constantly do all his work for him. There's like, it's like no winning here.
If you concede that he is holding all the cards, then him using all of his weight to attack her and him saying things like she's mid-Jewish pussy on stream in front of thousands of people is totally different from what his rationale for that was that she told a very small streamer in private that she was like weirded out by his dick or something.
It's gotta be this. It's delusion. He's so delusional. It's like the Dr. K shit. He really doesn't see how, like, he thinks that, like, to an average person, that statement would make sense. It wasn't just a random small private person. It was a guy who was part of a community that, one, got your stream banned, and two, fucking hates me. Like, it's like an insane statement to make.
So I suspect you are a bit
Bias?
indoctrinated. So
Oh, we're the
let's
indoctrinated
just
ones,
take it to a
always.
different. I like to use like Jimmy Kimmel as a example. So imagine Jimmy Kimmel has somebody who does like stand up occasionally on his show, but basically a tiny comedian told another comedian that he had a weird dick in private, and that comedian put it on Instagram. The responsible and appropriate thing for Jimmy Kimmel to do in that case would be to fire her. If it turned into a huge
Lav
news
isn't my
thing, then
employee.
yeah, he could make a joke. But it's probably a self-deprecating joke. what would not be appropriate for
It's so crazy how he has so many videos crying about how like having to pay any attention whatsoever to Shaylin or to have a sexual interaction with her that doesn't resemble rape is like selfish of Shaylin to demand. And it's like such a horrible ordeal that he has to suffer through. But then when he's talking about like my interactions with Lav and what they should be, I basically have to be like King Cuck. I have to be like, oh yeah, like I understand that she said all these horrible things about me and she continues to be like abusive towards me and leaks like weird sexual details and all that, but I'm the bigger content creator, so I kind of have to just grin and bear it, and that's just like the way of the world. And if Lav wants to do Lav things, like it's okay. But like, it's such an insane statement.
him to do is to viciously attack her. And say like we're not talking about this person anymore, and to like watch her stand-up shows on live on his show and like debate like it's just very odd behavior. But I think that the way that he excuses this, and probably maybe you believe this, is by always reframing things so that there is no power differential mentioned. So it doesn't matter what she did. It doesn't matter. There's nothing any streamer can do where I am going to call them mid-Jewish pussy. Or mid-whatever pussy. There's never a time where I am going to make a statement about the goodness of someone's pussy, make it racialized.
What the fuck? Racialized.
And someone I've had a sexual relationship with, like it's just really irresponsible, harassing use of power, and that is the problem. And then you're gonna point to like, no, Lav deserves it. She's so unlikable. She actually is mid-Jewish pussy. She's a fucking bitch. So, by your rationale, it is ethical for someone with a gigantic platform to actively seek out women that he can frame as, or who his audience will find unlikable, so that he can dogpile them and smear them for your entertainment. But like, as long as the women are hateable enough, then it's okay for him to direct large amounts of racialized hate at them. Just the existence of women out there that you don't like means that this gigantic streamer can like dig up these women from wherever he can find them, fuck them, and then just direct abuse at them so you can laugh.
Lav found me. Lav contacted me. Lav pursued a sexual relationship with me. Like, is all of this just... What? Like, I don't understand how I'm like the total bad guy here. What the fuck? Like, she tried to hit up Hassan first. Didn't work. She's probably hit up other people and fucked them. She has on TikTok. She's talked about that. How is this all like my fault? She seeked me out. She was the one that sent me fucking DMs. I could be wrong, but I think the only reason we even risk, hold on.
I stand ready. We must act. Your building.
I think the only reason we reconnected is because she reached back out to me after we hadn't talked for a long time. What is the, I'm trying to think of, do I have her phone number? Fuck. Let's see.
Though I be damned, at last. The time has come. Anatoranatu.
Damn, I forgot we even texted. When did we start doing stream stuff? Oh, damn, I don't even remember these. This was December 14th, 2021. Oh, so she texts me out of nowhere, December 14th, 2021. Watching her stream feels like I'm watching my history teacher teach a lesson in a very naughty way. Or maybe like a really passionate government teacher. Either way, I'm wet. That was her first form of text message to me on December 14th, 2021. She's clearly hitting on me. Like, I said, ah ha ha, oh god, but also I'm very flattered. Smiley face. How's your recovery going and all that? Because she just had her surgery. I'm alive, that's always good. How does it feel to outlive Hassan? I don't even know what that... Is that a reference to her?
My blade there.
Oh, I said, well, barely. We'll see what happens. Oh, I think because he'd gotten banned around this time. I never know if I'm going to catch a ban over random shit. Funny T. Hassan was sleeping with my friend when she was 17/18. Like, very hairy when he was, like, 25. I said, well, damn, LOL. She says, and then years later, he's, like, very against that. I said, I mean, if she was 18, it's whatever, but I know what you mean. Limfeo, I don't give a shit. I feel like age of consent is arbitrary.
At last.
It could be sometimes, yeah, it just depends. It's just funny because of who he postures himself to me. I guess I don't know his position. She says, well, does it depend on, does a sex fairy come bop you on the nose the night of your 18th birthday? I said, I hate texting. You're going to make me type out complicated age of consent arguments on text. I hate texting. I want to type instead. I hate my fucking phone. Hold on. What else is this? Jesus.
Oh, too lazy.
Oh, and then I type out, why am I even doing this? Some older person who's using leverage. Oh my god, what a weird foreshadowing of everything. What a strange text. I'm sorry. She said, we can fight on a call or voice memo. I say, ah ha ha, fuck you. If some older person is using leverage or their position of power to get with some younger person who doesn't know better, then obviously that's a yikesy situation. She says, maybe. I say, I just want someone to take advantage of and abuse me. Okay, is that too much to ask for? Where's my sex fairy? Smiley face. She says, I just know that I've been 16 and talked my way into a lot of older men's pants. Jesus. I said, yeah, I mean, it's possible. To be cognizant of this is hard for any outside party to determine. She says, because the narrative is that all women are victims and too tiny-brained, can't comprehend bad and good. Jesus. I say, yeah, sometimes women get treated like children for sure. That's a whole other subject. She says, can black people say the N-word on I have no idea why she's asking this. I have no idea, to be honest. No one knows, LeMayo.
We must act. Damn.
The surgery was moved to late January, but I'm stable, blah, blah, blah.
We can't.
My surgery was moved to late January, but I'm stable and the surgery has a downtime of a week or two. Sorry if I framed it like I was dying. I love attention.
Waiting on you.
Okay.
Last.
Point the way. On your mark.
The time has come.
What is nature's
The
call?
time has come.
Jesus.
Anatorenatur. Toranekal. Command me.
Doo-doo-doo. That was in December. January 15th. On January 15th, I texted her saying, I'm going to be in LA from the 19th to 20th if you want to hang out or eat or anything. Then she doesn't respond until February 3rd, so I think I figured she wasn't interested. She said, just dropped in, checked on your YouTube archive and was screaming. Oh, funny. Just dropped in to say I checked out your YouTube archive and I was screaming at the Anna confrontation and saw I didn't respond to you. I had heart surgery. I had a one-track mind. I said, oh, did everything go okay? She said, yeah, hopefully I'm cured. I'll know if I'll die later, blah, blah, blah. Jesus. Then we stopped talking in February. Then she messages me on March 27th saying, making fun of trans people. Then she messages me again on May 2nd. Something about, saw you on Mr. Girl's Transfo Culture panel and thought this was interesting.
The great outdoors.
Then she messages me again on June. Someone messaged me saying you listened to a bit of my chaotic call-in with Max. I don't know what you said about it, but I do actually want to hear your thoughts because I feel like I was gaslit into oblivion. And I said, wait, holy shit, was that you? LOL. She said, unfortunately. I said, also, fuck, can you add me on Discord or something? I suck at texting so much. She said, yes. Or not add me, but talk to me there. We've already spoken on Discord. Oh, adding you is too personal. What's your user? I give her my username. Lost the password of the account, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then on June 13th, I message her and I say, did everything end up okay last night? She says, Christ. I put a smiley face. She says, he just unironically sees women as like evil beings. It got to a fine place, but he ended it with saying he wouldn't platform me because of my OnlyFans. I said, LOL, what the fuck? I said, yeah, he's super interesting to talk to, but he definitely has a very rigid view on how he sees the world, and sometimes it feels like he tries to cram everyone into it, sometimes really, really aggressively. She said, he also said I wanted him to put me in my place. It felt like he was seducing me, like a weird sexual game. And I said, LOL, nice, just be careful. He said, I will not talk to him again, unless it's a debate, I think. I want to talk to Erudite, I'm jumping in. I said, she's super cool, I could connect you with her 100%. She, on July 3rd, she messaged me, tell Max to put me on the abortion panel or I'll find out where he lives.
I will not be trifled with.
And then from July, we don't talk until September 1st, she messages me and says, hello, retard. She says, hello, retard. I said, don't ever call me that. I'm sorry, I'm just reading this to illustrate how we would joke a little bit. She says, hello, retard. I said, don't ever call me that. She said, for what? And I said, you know what? And she said, you're gonna rape me at gunpoint? Give me 1 second and I'll tell you where to Uber to. I'm just giving you these jokes because, like, I know there's gonna be some joke I made on Lab and he's gonna say, like, this was a serious comedy. And it's like, we told, like, stupid jokes like this all the time. I said, no, gross. I just kill you and dump the body. Oh, this is when we were gonna hook up, I think.
The great outdoors.
She said, haha, I have no idea what we're doing. If it turns into just a long drive, so be it. I said, we can also just walk around or something, I don't know. She said, honestly, Uber anywhere to blank, I'll come scoop you up like a cheap prostitute. I said, you're not gonna crash or anything, right? She said, I may. We can go to a wax museum. I said, no, museums make me bored, fuck you. She said, it's a wax museum. And I said, okay, fine, I get there at some time. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Whatever, okay, sorry. Anyway,
Research them.
this idea that I hunted her down and, like, plucked her out of, like, some bullshit. Like, Jesus, I'm sorry. These characterizations are so fucking wild.
Like, fuck them, and then just direct abuse at them so you can laugh. Like, you really don't see any problem with that? It's fine if you don't. Like, maybe you just, the article might just not be for you. But I'm pretty sure that to a normal person, and if you transpose this into like a more normal accepted, like normally accepted situation, or a situation where more normal people are in, like watching Jimmy Kimmel, if week after week Jimmy Kimmel is like, oh, this other fucking bitch lied about me. This fucking lied about me. Yeah, I fucked her, but now I think she's crazy. She's a crazy lying bitch. She can't shut the fuck up about me. She said I'm a bad father, so now I'm gonna talk about her for a year.
Research finished.
Wait, is he talking about Anna or Lav?
Your building is
Normal person, and if you transpose this into like a more normal accepted, like normally accepted situation, or a situation where more normal people are in, like watching Jimmy Kimmel, if week after week Jimmy Kimmel is like, oh, this other fucking bitch lied about me.
The problem with Anna wasn't just one thing. It's like you guys. The problem with Anna was she was streaming about me every single day for years. She got partnered off of it. It was triggering the fuck out of me.
Fucking cunt lied about me. Yeah, I fucked her, but now I think she's crazy. She's a crazy lying bitch. She can't shut the fuck up about me.
Jesus.
She said I'm a bad father, so now I'm gonna talk about her for a year.
You think that was just me?
Like,
Okay.
Anyway, this is the whole point of the article, is to take these behaviors and kind of lay them out and show you, like,
Thank you so much.
that it's actually really abnormal. And people keep saying all streamers are like this. I know there, streamers are gossipy and sling mud and stuff, and like a lot of them shouldn't be doing that. But I've not personally heard of other streamers of this size, with this level of involvement from their audience, making like weekly content out of directing hate at their own friends and sex partners.
Bro, half the other streamers have like rape accusations. What do you mean you've never heard of? This is like when the people criticizing me talking to Richard Spencer are like, yeah, I don't